régie. Bonjour. Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. Bonjour, son Excellence, Monsieur l'ambassadeur Jeroen Rondeburg. Et merci de nous accueillir ici. Je sais bien que toute la discussion sera aussi en anglais aujourd'hui, alors tous les pitchs. Et là, je vais essayer de parler en anglais toute la journée. Je vais essayer de traduire un tout petit peu quelquefois si nécessaire, mais le langage d'aujourd'hui, c'est de l'anglais. Alors, pour commencer, for the masks, please, if you are in the room, keep your mask on. If you're going to speak, you have a microphone, and please use this one to clean up the microphone first before you using it, and something like this. So it will be great if you do a pitch. It's very important to clean it up. We have it here, so please try to use it. And first of all, thank you very much for being here, and special thanks to our Son Excellence, Monsieur l'Ambassadeur Jeroen Rondeburg, again to be here in his house, facilitating actually the ClimateLaunchpad final. And of course, I just want to use this opportunity to thank our partners, especially Organisé making this possible, Le Matin Group making this filming and live streaming possible. We have Amy, we have a lot of partners actually who are here today with us, but I will get back to that. But for now, I would love to give the floor to Luc Schillens. He's the head of the Economic Affairs, the Netherlands Embassy, just to welcome you in this house before we proceed.
Thank you very much, Ahmed, and welcome to all of you. I just want to be very brief because we already are running a little bit late, and of course you will hear the ambassador very soon. So welcome, thank you very much for coming, and thank you very much, Ahmed, for this very, very interesting and very important initiative. It fits very well in a range of similar activities the MSc supports here in Morocco, and we wish especially all the contestants really good luck. We are very eager to hear about your plans at your pitches, and we have also a small jury that will follow you, and we wish you good luck, and I will come back, Ahmed. I think you would like to take the floor again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I know we're running out of time, so I don't want to tell that much about the program, but I just want to use this to thank all our partners who facilitated this. We have the Ministry of Environment and Mines. We have the Ministry representing the Moroccans abroad. We have World Moroccan News, and we have the Chamber of Commerce of Morocco in Casablanca. We have ACAL. We have Amy with us today. Thank you so much. And we have Trust Africa, Cluster Solaire, and the Lions Club. The students really did a great job helping us with reaching out to the students. And of course, the Dutch Embassy here in the Netherlands, and RSN, and Le Matin. Just want to tell you a very, very short thing about ClimateLaunchpad. I know you have a lot of information from us. ClimateLaunchpad is one of the largest competitions on green business and clean tech in the world. There are more than 57 countries taking part of this, and Morocco is the first country actually taking part of it this year. And to be honest, we were really surprised about the quality of talents that we have. But you're going to see it today and witness it today. So I'm going to tell you something about the judging criteria afterwards. And then what's going to happen after the winners, we're going to select 3 winners today. And then it will go to the regional finals that will be held by Mozambique, but online. And after Mozambique, they will choose like 4 from 18 countries from Africa, and they will go to the global finals. For now, I want to give the floor to His Excellency, Mr. Jeroen Rondeburg, the ambassador of the Netherlands, of the Kingdom of the Netherlands, of the Kingdom of Morocco.
For the speaker, I think it's okay, huh? Sans masque. Bonjour, salam alaikum. J'ai entendu, j'ai compris que je peux conduire mon discours en anglais. Je dois conduire mon discours en anglais. Ce n'est pas un problème pour vous parce que j'ai déjà appris que les Marocains maîtrisent leur langue. So I'm very happy to welcome you here at the Dutch residence for this important event. A warm welcome to the members of the jury, the distinguished members of the jury, the members of the press, thanks for being here. And of course, most importantly, to all the competitors, or maybe I should say the participants, because we will listen to you, we will listen to your pitches, we need your brain power, you need to enlighten us, because today we talk about climate change in the framework of the climate change, the Launchpad initiative that was just explained to you by Ahmed. When Ahmed approached me to host this event, I was happy to do it. We know Ahmed already a long time. He's a very important, I would say, bridge, liaison, if we talk about business, investment between the Netherlands and Morocco. So there's three reasons really why I'm very happy to host this event. First of all, because we will discuss green business ideas. And for us, the Netherlands, green business ideas, thinking green, is a top priority. Secondly, because I know that for Morocco, addressing climate change is also a top priority. You only have to look at all the green climate plans, the plans to green the economy, and you realize that at the top there's an interest, there's a willingness to address this enormous challenge. And I know and I've seen that also in the private sector, at that level, there is an interest to move forward. And last but not least, I think it's important to host this event because it's based on a premise, the premise that we need young entrepreneurs to help us to address all these challenges of climate change. I think the objectives set in Paris in 2015 are very clear. They are huge. And we can only reach those goals, those objectives, if we involve the private sector. Better said, if we involve the young entrepreneurs with their ideas. Some words on the bilateral relationship between Morocco and the Netherlands. Those relations go back a long time, 400 years. I will not start 400 years back. I would just like to mention that within the broad agenda that we have with Morocco, sustainable development is a key pillar. It's a very important pillar. And let me just mention to you a couple of examples. We recently signed an MOU with CGAM and other partners to partner, to contribute to the national roadmap for sustainable mobility. Sustainable mobility, I should say. En français, c'est... Oui, c'est ça. And very important, I think in the Netherlands we have made some progress and we are very willing, and Morocco asked us to share our experience. So it's really a two-way street. We are also co-founder of the Green Business Booster and the Green Entrepreneurial Workshop of the cluster Solaire. And finally, in this context, I would like to mention the support we give to various programs, startup programs, like RIF Inno, H7 and Orange Corners. And when I went through the list of participants, with pride, I saw there's one participant that actually won in the Orange Corner program, and that's Redo. I don't know where she is. Ah, you're there. Excellent. Merci d'être ici. Now, some will say here, okay, so you said that there's this huge challenge in the context of climate change. So what difference will it make? A couple of nice green ideas. Climate change is relentless. We need so much more. I think, en français, une vision défaitiste et injuste. And let me give you a small example here. Probably you heard about the donut approach. If not, let me just try to explain to you. Amsterdam, the city of Amsterdam, adopted the donut approach. What is it? It's about combining the concept of planetary boundaries with the concept of social boundaries. And it was developed by an Oxford professor, Kate Raworth. So we talk about a donut, c'est un bagel, hein, je crois. Yeah? Bagel, a donut cooked up in Oxford and used in Amsterdam. So the inner ring of the donut is the minimum we need to lead a good life based on the UN development goals. So food and clean water, housing, education, healthcare, gender equality. And the outer ring represents the ecological ceiling. So the boundaries that we should not cross if we want to avoid damaging climate, our soils, oceans, fresh water. And right there between those two rings is the dough. The nice part you want to be in, of the donut. It doesn't mean, by the way, Kate, the professor, has explained, that economic growth is proscribed. She said that clearly for low and middle income countries, GDP growth is necessary, the classic GDP growth is necessary to come above the inner circle, which is the social ring. But after that, we need to rethink how we go about our economy. And that's really where you come in. Because this approach is not a top-down approach. I said it at the start. In Amsterdam, there's citizen groups, there's companies, there's startups, and they are involved in implementing this concept. Thinking green, initiatives that respect those two rings, those two circles. Because we need to inspire each other within the peer group. So a teacher inspires another teacher, a mayor inspires another teacher, a startup inspires another startup. And that's the way we need to think about this. And that's why I'm very happy that you're here, and that's why I look forward to listening to your pitches, because in the almost 1 year that I've been here, I've seen a tremendous entrepreneurial spirit in Morocco. So I look forward to your presentations. Thank you very much.
Okay. Again. Thank you, His Excellency, and thank you for your great speech and your great support. Just to move on with the program, as we're running out of time, I just want to thank a special person today with us is Adil, right up, who actually started organizing this with me, and I want to thank special people in the room today from the embassy who made this possible, starting with Luke and Majda and Hisham. He's here, actually facilitating all the work starting yesterday together with us. Please don't forget to use our hashtag and our climate change. You can also use things like fixing climate change, because this is the generation who's going to do it, is to fix the climate change in the future. I just want to thank our great friend and supporter, Hisham Kower. He is one of the jury members, and actually a supporter from the first time I met him. And we're really glad that you made it and that you are here with your busy agenda today. Another special person, actually, who started from first minute that Sarah, she's one of the jury members, Sarah Doueri from RSN, and a special thanks to you and to the director, Badr Iken, who's not here with us, but of believing in the concept and believing in what we're doing. So, and we have, of course, so many people who helped us doing this. What are we going to do? We have today a pitch. So we have 9 pitches, 2 from outside of Morocco. No, one is not here with us today, and one is in the Netherlands even, is doing a pitch. So we're probably going to start with that. If the technique will work with us together today, we will do that. And then after 4 pitches, we're going to have a pause, and then we're going to proceed with other 5 pitches. And then we will have a time for the jury to take a decision and choose the top 3 of today. But I want to make sure that every participant here today is a winner, because you're trying to make a change. And the prices are just prices, but you will proceed with your business and you will proceed with your adventure. So we all are winners. And I hope that you won't just do it for the price, but you will do it because you care about the earth, you care about the climate, and you care about the humanity. So I just gonna give the floor to, because I'm sorry, because I just want to say something about our jury members who are here with us today. Fatim, Cluster Soleil couldn't make it because they had contact with somebody who has COVID, so it makes sense that they couldn't make it. Sarah is with us here today. I would love to introduce, would you please stand up? And this Sarah, she's the director of the business development. And just some few words.
Thank you very much, Ahmed. Thank you very much to our host from the Netherlands Embassy. My name is Sarah Diouri. I am Director of R&D and Innovation at IRESEN, l'Institut de Recherche en Énergie Solaire et Énergie Nouvelle. And we've been supporting for the past 10 years projects that want to prototype innovative solutions for clean technologies. And actually, I joined IRESEN just a year ago, and before that, I'm very familiar with the startup space, as I was heading the incubator Bidaya for the past 3 years, so I'm always happy to be involved with the startup scene and hoping to create the bridge between R&D and innovation in the academic and very tech sphere with the business world. So good luck to all the participants. And I want to highlight something that Ahmed said about how all of the startups will be winners, because I really think that the value of the support that you got and the network that you get through this program is the most valuable things. Of course, the 3 winners will get the chance to keep meeting more people, but I think that for all the participants now, getting that visibility and that support is a very valuable part of the Climate Launchpad program. So congrats to all, and thank you very much again.
Thank you very much. Another special person I just want to give a floor, our jury member, Mr. Hisham Kawar, is the director of business development. You don't have to talk that much. I know you're not for big words, but just if you want to stand up and just, is it okay? Yeah, it would be great if you just share a word about what you're doing with startups.
Je dis parler en français si ça vous gêne pas. J'espère que tout le monde comprendra. Je suis très content d'être là parmi vous, et nous sommes un média aujourd'hui qui est dans son rôle, dans la mesure où il est très sensible aussi à ce qui nous arrive en tant qu'humains sur cette terre, qui, vous le savez très très bien, n'en peut plus avec ce qui arrive, avec cette surexploitation. Et vous le savez très très bien, il y a une COP qui nous attend. Et il y a quelques jours, les Nations Unies, ils ont dit qu'on ne peut pas attendre. Il faut que cette COP 26 ait lieu, parce que le temps est venu pour qu'on prenne des décisions aujourd'hui sur le plan planétaire qui sont en faveur d'une nouvelle vision, d'une nouvelle manière de faire les choses. Ce projet tel qu'il était présenté, il a un sens pour nous, autant que médias. Pourquoi ? parce qu'il inspire les grands acteurs, les petits acteurs, dans le sens d'une nouvelle manière de traiter les ressources de la Terre dans un équilibre qui puisse satisfaire et le développement et cette croissance aussi qui devrait être, à mon sens, équilibrée et regardante un peu sur nos manières, les ressources qui sont disponibles et bien sûr quelque chose qui est très cher à des gens qui ont milité dans ce domaine, c'est le droit des générations futures. Si nous sommes là aujourd'hui, c'est pour donner l'exemple et un des plus beaux exemples, c'est ce soutien aujourd'hui des grands acteurs que vous êtes, institutionnels, des acteurs comme les médias et bien sûr, c'est un Rose qui aujourd'hui, que j'appelle activiste dans ce sens. Donc voilà, donc nous sommes là pour dire que c'est possible aujourd'hui de faire autrement. Et donc tout le sens du média que nous sommes, c'est pour dire que cette réflexion, elle est là et qu'elle donne lieu à des projets aujourd'hui qui ont du sens et qui peuvent effectivement s'inscrire dans cette nouvelle logique de vivre en harmonie avec les ressources, avec cette terre aujourd'hui qui vraiment n'en peut plus, moi j'aimerais bien le dire, n'en peut plus avec ce système de surexploitation qui va au-delà de ses capacités. Voilà, donc je suis très content qu'on soit là et je suis très content que mes équipes soient là aussi pour faire une transmission aujourd'hui en direct pour tous les gens qui s'intéressent à ces aspects. Et donc ces projets, ce sont des projets qui vont inspirer. Donc c'est un début, mais c'est un début qui est pour moi très important et c'est une prise de conscience aujourd'hui qui doit se généraliser de plus en plus. Et merci. Merci.
Merci beaucoup, merci beaucoup. Là, on n'a qu'à commencer. We have to start. And I believe we are going to start with Zoom. I hope that all the technology of today is going to work. And I would love to give the floor to sensing data, or let me see if I can make a Gerardo is.
Yes.
Would you please? Gerardo and Ismail are actually online at the moment, and they who's going to use his computer? You or Gerardo?
I'm going to share.
Do?
I'm going to share.
You can share?
Yes.
Okay, please. Go ahead. You have 5 minutes.
Okay. Okay, I can share. Can you see the screen? Is it visible?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay, great. Go ahead, Ismail.
Okay. Maybe click on present so it becomes larger. Is the yellow? I think the yellow, or the on the right top. I think present.
Okay. Sometimes this does not work. It works when I change the slide?
Yes, it works.
Okay,
yes.
great. Fine.
Okay, so hello, we are Sensing Data, and we bring solutions for resilient agriculture. Next slide. So our solution consists of software as a service and affordable hardware. We seek to gain field and crop insights for smart decisions. Yeah, next slide. So the agriculture space consists of various micro and SMEs that leave a big footprint on the earth. And besides the large footprint, they also are using 70% of the freshwater resources. And also in this market, only 15% of farmers are utilizing IoT.
Okay, hello everyone. I am Gerardo Pezzuti. Thanks for the opportunity. I will talk about our customer value proposition. Our solution is about agri-tech solutions, smart agriculture specifically. our three main solutions are based on satellite and drone imageries, so aerial imageries for our fields, customers' fields, IoT solutions for hardware and for the soil sensors over the fields, and app and web app solutions. So the idea is to provide very concrete solutions within the app, not complex graph that the farmers doesn't know how to read, but complete insights, very simple, that tells the farmer what to do or what not to do based on satellite imagery and sensors imagery. This is going to be low-cost solutions and to make it affordable and accessible for many more farmers around the world, and not only for big players. So this is our main value proposition we are working on. Our product is based on software as a service, a very user-friendly platform, as I said, not complex graph, tailored for customer needs. Each farm is different from one and another. And we also provide a cell phone application to provide these insights. Also about the hardware, the idea of having the sense, what's the purpose of this project? In the end, this consists of reduction of water consumption and irrigation costs, use of sustainable materials, modular design for the sensors, reduction of labor costs. The idea is not to let the farmer to work more, but actually to manage the fields if it is a company. If it's his company, to manage actually the field, not to work harder, to increase productivity, increase of profit. There is a special part here. We are working on battery-less sensors. The idea is you plug and play. You let the sensor in very inaccessible areas, for example, and you don't have to change the batteries even if every 3 years or 5 years, you just let the sensors there. And low cost but powerful tech. That's our main proposition. And, so this is our main numbers. The idea is to provide $25 per year software as a service. And there is a more or less setup and maintenance cost for $15, which is very low because it's just to install and set up the hardware. That's the main idea.
You only have 1 minute.
Sorry?
You only have 1 minute left.
Okay, hardware, these are the price of hardware, you can see them. I will continue. There are other economic benefits I told you about before, reduction of labor costs, reduction of many things on the field that in the end it's just an increase of profit for the farmer and a benefit for the climate in general. So we are a team divided in 4 different continents. I am talking you from Rome, Italy, and Ismail.
Yeah, I'm from Eindhoven, the Netherlands.
So thanks for the opportunity, for your time. So I don't. If we have some time left, yes, this is the second stage. We are going to work on the development app. We already have the ingestion part ready, which are the satellite imagery, sensors data, sensors already developed. These are one of our ambassadors in Kenya. And these products, some fields, and this is one of our main problems.
10 seconds.
Yeah, okay. So this one was one of the issues in Zimbabwe, whereby they don't have any weather alerting system. So, yeah, it was one quote. We call them ambassadors. So he's our ambassador in Zimbabwe.
Time is up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
You still have a change. You still have a change of course to explain more. So we have another 3 minutes from the audience if they have questions. Any questions from the jury or any questions from the audience? Yeah, you don't have to touch it. You don't have to touch it.
Yes, thank you very much, and thank you very much for this very interesting presentation. My question would be if you have competitors in the market. So basically, can you talk to us a little bit about the competition in this field? Because I believe that, especially for, I know the Netherlands, and I know in Netherlands, I think these type of solutions are offered already. Thank you.
Okay, maybe I can try to respond. Even I couldn't understand the entire question. Sorry, it's.
What about the competitors? If there are any competitors of competition in general? Is that the question?
Yeah, in the competition itself, competitors in the competition is the question. Because in general, we have many. Yeah,
yes,
have,
I'm talking about
Here
climate.
it's very clear.
I'm talking about climate smart agriculture. So the service that you want to provide, do you have competitors doing the same thing, offering the same service?
Yeah, but they.
And if so,
like
what is your competitive advice? Sorry.
Okay, I will try to quickly respond. Yes and no. Yes, we do have bigger competitors with very nice solutions, but they tend to be expensive. We couldn't find low-cost solutions adaptable for small farmers, like let's say African farmers or Latin American farmers, which their budget is lower. Even though these solutions are great, they are not adaptable, and we see the opportunity. We can have access almost free to satellite imagery after some development work, development in the hardware. Also, we can provide this high-tech solution at lower cost.
Okay,
and so
thank you.
Yes and no, because no, the other similar propositions are not yet ready or doesn't work very well, and there are some complex graph out there that they are just not useful for farmers.
Okay, Gerardo, thank you so much. The time is up. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so
okay.
It's not user friendly, and it's not, they don't use it's not battery. That's like we don't use the battery. That's one of really our unique selling points is
Ismail,
not using the battery.
Ismail, we have one question and we have only 30 seconds. I'm sorry. Je m'excuse.
J'essaie de me débrouiller en anglais. How you communicate the add value for the target? What pedagogy you are using with the farmers to explain the add value of your project? What's the program you have for this pedagogy?
So we have only 30 seconds, but maybe I answer. So
yeah, please go ahead.
Working on a community platform, so that will be the second phase, whereby we showcase on how to install the sensors, how to maintain them, and also like making the graph. So there is in the back end, if for let's say the experts and the agronomists, they have another dashboard. They can access another dashboard, and for the farmers, we make very user friendly. We can say, okay, on this day it's very dry, so don't water at this time frame.
Thank you so much, Ismail and Gerardo.
Okay,
thank you so much.
Very clear. We launched at the end of October. Is that it will be user friendly. Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate it, and good luck. So I would love to move forward, and I will...
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Yeah. Now I would love to go to the next. That's Ikram Salama from Cyber Lead. Ikram, are you with us? Ikram?
Yes. Hi.
Yeah. Would you please share your screen with us? And you also get 5 minutes and 3 minutes questions. Please, go ahead.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it. Thank you. Good luck.
Okay, perfect. So, hi, my name is Ikram. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of CyberLead. And like most of you, I was aware of the diminishing resource of water. I thought of it as a very critical issue, especially here in Morocco. That was until I met Mohammed. He's the founder and CEO of CyberLead and the resident of Stargate. So the small village where Mohammed Ifni, and it's in the south of Morocco. It's not a very famous village, but its population is about 4,000 people. And in 2019, in the summer, these people, including Mohammed's family, they went through a very rough period of almost 4 months where they did not have access to water. So imagine that, not having access to water for 4 months. And this problem was not only due to the overconsumption and the lack of water resources in the area, but also to the unfair and bad distribution system that's in place. So this is unfortunately a problem that affects up to 40% of the world population. So it's very common. And Mohammed's story really changed my perspective on the water issue in the world. And it gave our whole team at CyberLead a shared vision to ensure fair access to fresh water to all individuals across Morocco. And that's our vision. So as a first player in the Moroccan market, in the smart water metering Moroccan market, we would like to introduce IoT to this industry through building a smart meter on this new technology, which will provide water companies an intelligent system to control the quantities of water distributed to each household. They'll also be able to monitor their consumption data in real time, and this will not only guarantee a fair distribution system, but also give them monitoring and controlling abilities. So, including leak detection, real-time access to data, and like I said before, be able to distribute water to each house. So the totality of our market in the world will reach $9.07 billion in 2024 with a 9.7% growth per year. And we're targeting the African market as it represents 11%. So we plan to sell these devices to our direct customers, who are water suppliers. And this is supposed to represent up to 45% of our revenue stream, while the remaining 55% comes from active maintenance service and software subscription that we will provide for a fee. When it comes to our competitive advantage, we don't only give companies the ability to monitor, but also control the whole system, distribution system, from the convenience of a user-friendly software, as well as tracking water usage and consumption of each household. For our growth, in the next 2 years, our market is publicly owned water distributors located in the southern regions of Morocco, as we prepare to address the whole Moroccan and African market in the next 3 to 5 years. And with our strategy to launch in the next 6 months, we are looking for networking and mentoring opportunities by joining programs like ClimateLaunchpad. And thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much, Ikram. That was very quick and in time. So any questions from the audience or the jury?
Good morning, Ikram. This is Jeroen. I'm the ambassador. Thank you for your pitch. I'm not a member of the jury, but let me just say that I think you made a good pitch. The quality of your pitch I liked. 2 questions. One is, what would be, so as I understand, the water meters will be bought by the water companies. Is that correct? That's the first question. And the second is, what will be the price of the water meter? And because that determines to a large extent also the income of the company.
I'm sorry, I can't quite hear you.
Okay, another. So the water meters, who will buy the water meters? Is it the water companies, or do you need the water meters to be installed in every household, or both? And the second question is about the price of the water meter, and maybe a third one. These are very concrete questions. Also here, what about the competition? I mean, how unique is this water meter compared to what is out there in the market already?
Okay, I heard the first part of the question, which is who will we sell to? So our main direct customers are water supply companies, like for example, in Marrakesh there is Rodima, there is Rodel for Rabat, and Loneb, which serves some rural regions as well as urban, and that's who will sell the device to. So these companies will be in charge of installing the actual meters in households. As for the pricing, considering the cost of the raw materials and work of our engineers, we settled on $60 for the smart meters. And for the subscription fee for the software, it depends on how many users are per month. So, for example, for 10,000 users, we're doing five dirhams per month per user. And as for, could you please repeat the end of the question? You said something about the competitors, but I couldn't hear it because of the network issue.
It's really, the question is how unique is your water meter? Why is it unique compared to maybe what is out there in the market already?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so first of all, the use of the Internet of Things in the smart metering industry is low. We do have some competitors, but they're outside of the country. And so we're the first players in Morocco, and I think that's our first competitive advantage. Also, we provide our customers with dynamic water billing, which means this reduces the operation complexity and the billing costs of sending bills to households each month and having to calculate the operation of calculating is automated. So there's less human intervention, which means there's less errors in billing. Also, we provide the ability to identify, for example, leaks, theft, or things like that. It's easy to identify these inefficiencies, which means we can control it and be able to take action before it's too late.
Thank you so much. The time is up, so we are going to very quick. Okay, I'm sorry. We have to stick to the time.
Super quick. Congratulations on your presentations. I really liked it as well. My question is in terms of technology development. How far are you in the technology development of cyber leads?
Okay, so we're currently still at the MVP stage, and we're looking for funding opportunities to start mass manufacturing the product and testing the initial in order to be able to launch our business officially in the next 6 to 8 months.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Ikram, thank you so much, and we do appreciate it. We are going to the next, because of time. Let me get back in here again. And I'll give the floor to Oussama Yao. He's all the way from Agadir, and please go ahead. You have 5 minutes and max another 3 minutes. Otherwise, we want to make it for the pause, and we want to make it at the end of the program. So you have a mouse, so you can go ahead. Yeah. Congratulations.
I'm part of the Easy Protein company. It's following a sustainable approach to manage bio-waste and produce organic animal feed. The main medium we use is insects. Actually, it's the black soldier larvae. And our business relies on the 3 S's, which are sustainable, safe, and scalable. So we know that we waste a lot of food in the world, especially in the industry of agri-food. We waste almost a third of the world production, which is estimated at $1.3 billion. So our deal would be using this bio-waste, collecting it from local markets, from dumps, and use it to buy, actually in Morocco it's 62 million tons annually for bio-waste. And we're gonna use the insects to give value for this waste.
Please use the mic.
To produce organic fertilizer and insect protein and sell it to farmers and animal breeders.
I'm sorry.
Which in return we will get money, of course. In this process along the way we are reducing pollution, and since it's a circular economy model, we are getting the waste supply from these farmers also. So we are working in a cycle. Our market segmentation would be for farmed animals market and domesticated animals market. But our main market is our beachhead market. It's the poultry production market because it has around 15,000 production units in Morocco. And also it's an increasingly growing industry with a huge need for animal feed, especially from sustainable sources. For the customer value proposition, first of all, it's the price. We know that producers cares about the cost a lot. So we reduce our price for 1 ton of insect protein is $800 per ton. And compared to the fish meal, which is conventionally used, it's $1,400, which is a huge difference. And also another point is that it's a reduced price volatility because fish meal sometimes spikes in price because due to the way of making fish meal, it requires a lot of energy and labor. And the key fact here is that feed represents 60 to 80% of the cost of poultry production. So we see that insect protein is better meat quality. I don't know if you know this, but fish meal really smells bad, you know. And the chicken we get from fish meal sometimes also smells bad. That's why we have to use lemon, stuff like this to prepare it very well. Also, it's lower cost of production and environmentally friendly. For the fish meal, it's energy exhaustive, higher cost of production, and detrimental for the environment. We have a prototype working for around a year now in Agadir. It's a small organic farm. We produce chicken just to see the quality of chicken meat after giving it insect protein. And we see here, for example, this waste we collected from the local market in Inzakan in just under 30 minutes. And you see the potential here for the waste, for the bio-waste. We can see mangoes, pineapples, mushrooms, stuff like that. After biodegradation, which happens just under 45 days, which is really short, we get the product we see, insect and also biofertilizer. We can use the insect apparently to feed chicken, and we can sell the biofertilizer to farmers. For the financials, we have our product is 1 ton of insect protein because we are business to business right now, and we project that for 5-year course we're going to make a profit of approximately $300,000 per year. The key drivers for these finances are the cost of production, the product price, and the number of customers. Finally, the climate impact. we see here the comparison of the environmental impact of the different waste treatment methods, and like incineration, composting, and anaerobic digestion. We can see that insect-based bioconversion really reduce the global warming by use some, like here we can see it actually reduces the global warming, not add to it, and also for land occupation. Also, the comparison of the environmental impact of fish meal and insect protein as a protein source for feed. We can see that the black soldier larvae have a small environmental impact compared to the fish meal as source of protein. Our team consists of Hasna Afunas, which is the founder, and also me, I'm the co-founder for this project. And our goal, we have 4 main goals. First of all, to create efficient, sustainable agrosystems that produce animal feed and organic fertilizers, to recycle 1 million tons of bio-waste by 2030, and also to improve socio-economic factors in rural areas worldwide, and raise awareness about climate change and achieve the Sustainable Development Goals by FAO by 2030. Thank you very much for your time.
Any questions in the room? You can keep the mic. Please hold it a little bit to your mouth. Good. Yep.
Thank you very much for this excellent presentation again. I find this a very interesting proposition. I have mainly 2 questions. First of all, is where do you find all this bio-waste, and did you also calculate the cost of collecting that? First question, and second question is, you already started with a prototype at the farm, and what was your reaction? Did the chicken, did they like it, the insects, and is there also risks of diseases with insects? Thank you.
I'll answer for the first question first. It's for the cost of collecting. Sometimes we don't have a cost because the clients offer the waste and bring it to us. And sometimes there is a cost of just transportation. Actually, right now, in our prototype, we were based purposefully next to the local market. We found the farm next to the local market, so the price of transportation is really low. And also we have that small vehicle that you saw in the pictures, and we just have the cost of gas. And for the second question about diseases, actually this insect is too good to be true, because some researches were done where it were given a lot of bio-waste and a lot of feces that had a high concentration of Escherichia coli, and after biodegradation there were no pathogens. And also this, the adult of the insect, which is a fly, don't feed, so it doesn't eat and is not a vector for any diseases and pathogens. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, please, next question. There is one. No, we don't have time. So we have only one question. Mr. Hicham? I'm sorry.
Bonjour et bravo. J'ai posé une question en français, si ça ne vous gêne pas. Il y a un acteur majeur au Maroc, c'est l'OCP, dans le secteur des fertilisants. Et je sais pas, vous savez un peu, qui font des caravanes auprès des grands agriculteurs, etc. Je voudrais juste savoir quel est le positionnement que vous avez par rapport à ce gros fournisseur, et quel est le business plan. C'est-à-dire, je vois que c'est quand même capitalistique. Qu'est-ce que vous avez prévu en termes financiers, en termes de montée en charge? Vous allez faire, je sais pas, appel à des capitaux, vous allez, je sais pas, peut-être il y a des fonds d'investissement que vous allez interpeller. Comment vous comptez aller vers un niveau de production qui vous permette d'arriver au ROI que vous espérez? Voilà.
Je comprends votre question. For the competition between such big players, actually, I don't think that the OCP group sells insect meal. They don't sell insect protein, they sell fertilizer, and actually they sell conventional fertilizers, not organic ones. which is a huge difference. And since this is ClimateLaunchpad and we're trying to make a difference in the world in climate change, we are selling organic fertilizer. And sometimes this organic fertilizer is better quality than conventional one in the long run. And for our profitability, right now we are selling chickens. But our main vision is to sell insects. We are selling chicken just to break even, let's say, because we are just a prototype. And actually it's doing well for now. We sold around 500 chickens right now, which were organically produced. And trust me, they taste really well. Thank you.
Okay, please, another question, and then we move to the next one.
Yeah, thank you very much for your presentation. What makes your team the best team to lead this project?
Our team comprised of Hasna Ofunes, who is a biologist, and I'm also an agronomic engineer, so I have really the expertise in this stuff. And I had a master in Greece, which was solely on sustainable agriculture, where I developed this concept deeply, and I mastered the system, and I came back to Morocco to actually complete the project and make it profitable and scale it. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Usama, thank you so much. The next one is Patrick Lom, and can you, yeah, if you can take one. And one rule, please, for the next is going to give the presentation. Please hold your mic to your mouth, as we have live streaming, so the audience can hear you well. Yeah. You can take it. If you want to take that, here, I will put your presentation on.
Hi, my name is Patrick Lom. So you already know everything about black soldier flies. So I'm very happy to see that there's other people doing the same work and interested in this promising field. So yeah, as I said, my name is Patrick Lom. I'm an entomologist, and I've been rearing insects for many years to understand their behavior. So in nature, insects play a major role in the food chain because they help to decompose organic matter, such as dead animals, dead plants, and recycle it into nutrients that will be later used to feed plants and animals. So our project is precisely to explore the natural role of insects by producing them industrially and developing technologies to mass-produce insects to transform organic waste into proteins for animal nutrition and into biofertilizers for agriculture. So we use black soldier flies. Black soldier flies have many advantages. They are packed with proteins, and the reason is because they eat a lot. They eat twice their weight every day. They also have a very short life cycle. They have a higher reproductive rate, and we can raise them into vertical farms, so we can produce tons of them in a very limited space. So our market is the pet food industry, the chicken and fish industry, and for our insect proteins, and the agriculture for our biofertilizers. But for now, we focus mainly on the pet food industry. So the pet food industry, although it represents only 2% of the world feed production in volumes, they represent also an amazing 30% of value. They also, this industry has also less constraints in terms of quality and quantity, so it's an easier market to target for us at the beginning. The fish and chicken industry requires to produce tons of proteins every day at very low cost, so we need to scale up our production to be able to target this market. So our main competitive advantage is the circularity of our economical model based on the revalorization of organic waste. We also have the chance to have an easy access to market as we are present in 3 continents. Our production site is based in Morocco, but we also have subsidiaries in France and in Canada where we aim to sell most of our product. Another advantage is the low production cost of our products compared to competitors. Being based in Morocco, we have access to cheaper labor costs, cheaper cost of waste, easy access to waste, and we also enjoy ideal climate conditions. because to rear our insects, because our insects need to a temperature of 28 to 30 degrees to survive. So we will not need too much energy to raise them. And we can also exploit solar energy to further reduce our energetic costs. So our main products are the proteins that we plan to sell in different forms depending on the customers, either as dried larvae or as insect meal or pellets. On a later stage, we also plan to sell insect oils extracted from the larvae. These oils can be used as a replacement of soybean oil in animal nutrition, and they also have very interesting properties for cosmetics. And we also plan to sell biofertilizers for organic and conventional farming. So our financial projections are based on the assumption that we'll reach 3% of the market share, which represent around 150 customers, and we plan to get up to $225,000 of profit margin by 2025. So our main key drivers are the low-cost production and the market share. In terms of climate impacts, we have many advantages. We emit almost no carbon dioxide, and we require a very low amount of water and very low amount of land compared to conventional meat production, and even compared to vegan meat production. One other advantage is the amount of feed we need to produce insects. For example, to produce 1 kilogram of insects, we need more than 5 times less feed than to produce 1 kilogram of beef. So our team currently is composed of 9%. 5% are in the production side, in the R&D team, and 4 others are working on the business development. So our dream is to raise enough funds to be able to scale up and industrialize our processes, to be able to transform up to 35 tons of waste per day by 2025. Thank you very much.
Any questions from the room?
Thank you very much. It's interesting to see that we have 2 competitors in the same field. And so my question, of course, is what is competition? You mentioned you wanted to capture 3% of the world market. So where do you see it, and what is your competitive advantage where you can already compare to the other competitor? But so it would be, I think, interesting for us to have more clarity.
I mean, so the market is so huge that we actually need competitors. Especially in Morocco, we are basically the 2 only companies doing so. And so if we want to also change the legislation, because right now the legislation is not on our side, we are not allowed to sell proteins for animals that will be used for animal consumption. So if we want to change the legislation, we need to be more, and we need to regroup to modify that. And what I wanted to say also is that the market is so huge that the competition is not on the market. The competition is mainly on the business model, on the intellectual property, and the industrial processes. There's many competitors also throughout Europe and North America, and these are the main point of competition.
And your competitive advantage compared, is it price or?
Compared to other insect protein companies? I mean, in our case, yes, being based in Morocco, we can propose very cheaper price, and we aim, so the idea is for us is to produce in Morocco and to sell on the North American and European markets where we have our subsidiaries. And the CEO of the company is based in Montreal, and we will soon have an R&D team probably in France. So the idea is to sell to the European and North American market.
Quick question. So I think you indicated, what do you hope will ClimateLaunchpad bring to you? What are you looking for?
I mean, we need visibility. We need investors. So we've been in contact with several investors, but nothing is really done yet. So this type of industry requires a lot of money to be able to scale up enough to propose good price and good production. So we definitely need investors to join us in the team, propose money, but also add value to the company, and this is mainly what we need.
Hi, thank you very much for your presentation. You mentioned the legal barriers in Morocco. Can you expand a little bit on that and explain how you're planning to overcome this legal obstacle, and how it impacts your business model?
So this is why in Morocco for now we are focusing on the pet food industry, because the pet food, there's no legislation on the pet food. We can easily sell our insect proteins to domestic animals or to domestic birds, So our market for now is that. And for the insect meal, we plan to sell it to the North American and European market where the legislation is already open. And so we plan to do so for the next years, the time that the legislation change in Morocco. But usually the legislation in Morocco follows the European legislation with a few years. So we are very confident that the legislation will change here.
One question from there.
Solid waste, and if so, how do you plan to do that?
Sorry, I didn't hear the question.
So do you plan to separate the organic waste that you will be processing from municipal solid waste? And if that's what you're planning to do, how will you do that?
So we are using fruits and vegetables from markets right now. So the idea is to just exploit for now all the organic waste that is produced in markets, in supermarkets. This is the waste we exploit, and on the later stage we probably also exploit agro-industrial co-products, mostly cereals, to also increase the protein content of our larvae. Because right now the fruits and vegetables are a very good way to transform to produce proteins. But if we want to reach a higher content, we need to increase the protein content of the food we give to the larvae. So basically, we will exploit co-products from agro-industries and fruits and vegetables from supermarkets and markets.
Okay, thank you, Patrick Long. I'm sorry a little bit if I'm too pushy, because we really have to stick to the time, and we really have to stick to your time limit also. So it's very important to respect that. We are going to have a pause. But before we go and drink coffee or tea, we go directly outside and to take a picture with His Excellency. Probably he has to leave, and we don't want to miss that shot. So we're going to take a picture, and then we're going to have a pause for 10 minutes, and we come back and we do the other pitches.
It's actually the other way around. I don't want to miss that shot.
Oh, yeah. So you heard it. So we go right outside. We have a photographer. He will take a picture, and then we can have snacks and coffee and tea and jus. Merci beaucoup. Good afternoon again, and thank you for your passions, and thank you for being here with us today. As we mentioned before, we are live today through the channel of Le Matin newspaper, and we really appreciate their help and their support for the ClimateLaunchpad and for the startups that we have here today. So we'll continue at another 5 pitches, and then we will give time to our jury members to select the best 3 ClimateLaunchpad finalists that will make it to the regional finals in Mozambique, and if they will be good enough and good for the global finals, inshallah. And now I will give the floor to the next startup, a Tariq, called Wave Beat Tariq, right? Well, please explain. Thanks. You have 5 minutes. And please keep the mic.
So, hello everybody. Taha and me are the 2 co-founders of Tariq, Advanced Third Age Renewable Energy Company. Our flagship patented solution is WaveBeat. WaveBeat transforms wave energy into electricity. WaveBeat is implemented on existing infrastructures in front of sea. WaveBeat is dealing with the asset owner on one hand and with the energy developer on the other hand. The price is 1,500 euros per kilowatt with a margin between 10 to 20%, depending on available energy potential and local financial incentives. WaveBeat markets includes offshore platforms, urban, touristic, and technical infrastructures exposed to sea. The size market is estimated to 50 billion euros. Our beachhead market is the ports with caissons, because they are high wave energy consumers and where our technology is the most competitive. The beachhead market size is estimated to 7.5 billion euros.
In fact, for our main factors, key factors of value proposition, first, thanks to our amplification subsystem, we could make benefit from small waves, which give us a load factor of 60%, corresponding to the time of producing energy, higher, much higher than other technologies of renewable energy. Profiting from existing infrastructure, we have an investment lower with 70%, which permit a competitive cost of energy. So from the beginning, from the early stage, we tried to protect ourselves from waves. The concept of port is the proof. We've been aim to upgrade this relationship by passing from chasing wave to energizing humanity. So there is 3 steps. There is the wave. It's come through an amplificator subsystem which upgrade the energy by about 2.5. The next step is the wave energy converter, which draw a free float, follow the surface elevation to have a mechanical energy from wave energy. The last step is the power takeoff, which convert mechanical energy to useful green energy with an efficiency of 48%.
Based on our detailed customer reviews, the 2 most important parameters are the kilowatt-hour price and the load factor. As we said, our beachhead market is estimated to 300 ports with a market share of 35%. We target to install 30 megawatt per year with a profit of 250 euros per kilowatt. The global profit per year is estimated to 7.8 million euros for the next 5 projected years.
So for the main positive climate impact, we aim to reduce CO2 emissions due to producing electricity, with a total of 34,000 tons of avoided CO2 per year for our beachhead market.
So I am Oussama Noor, an electromechanical engineer from Polytechnic School of Brussels. I worked 4 years in the nuclear energy in Belgium. Then I come back to Morocco and I co-founded Atarek with Taha. I am also nominated by the World Energy Council as future energy leader with a mission to humanizing energy.
And I am Mohamed Aouriashi. I'm from Hassaniya Schools of Public Works. I have a background of marine and port engineering, and I worked for several years with waves and infrastructure exposed to wave. So our dream is by 2030 to have a positive impact by reducing 1 million of tons of CO2 and participate in emerging this new field of energy, which is marine energy, draw 200 megawatt installed in more than 50 countries. And the last, of course, the social impact or the sustainable development impact is electrification and supplying water for more than 20,000 households, draw coupling our solution with a desalination technology. Thank you.
Any questions from the room? Look, maybe you can share one. Let me. غير بس انت خليه بالميكرو بس.
Thank you very much for your presentation and congratulations on your project. I have a question regarding the technology. How surprising. As you know, the other sources of renewable energies are more advanced in terms of technology. So how far are you into the R&D stages for this technology? Like, do you have a patent? Did you verify and test this technology to transform marine energy into electrical energy?
Thank you for your question. WaveBit is patented in Morocco and internationally. We have a prototype installed in Tangier Port, which is our strategic partner. So the results are proven by our prototype on site. The maturity, the technology readiness level, we are in the technology readiness level 7. So to start the industrialization, we need to go to 9. And this is what we are working now on.
Thank you very much, and thank you for your presentation. I was wondering, two questions basically. One is how big is your installation, meaning how difficult is it to get permissions? That's one thing. Second would be also the waves. I can imagine that it makes quite a difference. You have sometimes bigger waves, sometimes smaller. It depends on the weather, etc. So how do you account for that? And third, where are your competitors? Because I know that Morocco is now working on a agenda for marine energy. So how do you see yourself? And you're focusing now only on Morocco, I understand, in the first stage now.
Sorry, but for that, please, can you repeat your first question? I didn't get it.
Wait.
For our technology.
Yes, I was wondering how invasive it is. Is it easy to get permissions for that?
Okay, so for the technology, the first thing is we are implemented our solution in existing infrastructures. So for this, for example, prototype, we talk about like 12 meter of height and 2 meter of width. We are projecting 750 kilowatt, which will be like 9 meter of width and the same height because it's surface elevation. So the idea is we try to work with some concrete things. When we have this, we have a lot of advantages, which make us very competitive. Your second question was? For this, exactly, this is a very good question because wave is generally not stable. Of course, we have a PTO as we have 3 steps of, extracting energy from wave. The last step is the PTO. The PTO should be adapted to the energy of waves. So we are working with automatically a served system that could be changed, the power taken from the free float, which follow the free surface elevation. So, for example, generally we talked about a load factor of 60%. 60% all the year. But normally we work until, for example, the example of Tajimid, we work until 3 meters of height of the wave. And for that, when we extend this range, the system will stop automatically to be protected from the road.
And just last question. We are not working only in Morocco. So our plan now is to do a demonstration, wave beat demonstration kits. We start contact with some countries like Denmark, Great Britain, and Lebanon. And also we are working on the roadmap for marine energy in Morocco with the Ministry of Energy.
Le Maroc il a opté pour effectivement l'énergie solaire, essentiellement. Vous savez très bien que le Maroc aujourd'hui, il a une stratégie qui est axée essentiellement sur la production d'énergie solaire. Et la question peut-être qui revient, un peu qui complète, comment vous positionnez ce projet, c'est-à-dire sa scalabilité par rapport à la stratégie Maroc aujourd'hui, qui est, on le sait, qui est très solaire aujourd'hui. Donc est-ce que vous êtes en train de nous dire que ce que vous allez faire aujourd'hui concerne des marchés qui sont hors Maroc, ou peut-être il y aurait une niche que vous allez servir à travers cette technologie? J'espère que...
C'est clair. Voilà. So there are 2 parts. I will just start the first part and then I will go give to Taha. Morocco did several investments in solar during the last 10 years. But now the royal vision is also to invest in the marine energy. The Ministry of Energy is now working on a roadmap for developing marine energy in Morocco. So there is a potential also in Morocco. We have about 3,500 kilometers of coast, so we have really a huge potential to be used. The second part...
And especially what is important in the wave energy, for example, it's suitable for infrastructure exposed to sea. For solar, for example, there is a lot of factors that are not give us the best performance. Wave energy in our context could have a price of 50 or a cost of 50 euro per megawatt, which for photovoltaic or solar, even in Morocco, we couldn't achieve the same performance. So this is the first point. For the second point, as I said, Osama, we are working with the ministry to develop the roadmap. And the idea is to emerge. The first thing is to emerge, just to start. We are trying to start. What we have to do is to start from the best performance. We think that the best performance in ports, because they are the great consumer of energy, and they are exposed to sea. And after that, we will duplicate the market.
We really need to quit because there are more coming. So I would love to thank you so much for your presentation. There is something going on with these guys. They are followed by the media, and they have to leave straight to Casablanca. So they are excused. But as we are giving everybody in the group actually a certificate that you took, special for the ClimateLaunchpad. So I want to give you this on behalf of our partners and on behalf of everybody. Because as we said, it's on the jury to decide who's the winner, but nobody is a loser here. So we're all winners. So congratulations, and this is for you guys, both of you. So if you want to take a picture, then so you're welcome. Thank you and good luck. And thank you very much. Yeah. Now next presentation, there will be Helios Cab. Helios Cab will be presented by Salma Germoum and Ilyas Sokri. Please. Good luck. Keep your microphone close to your mouth.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best way to predict the future is to create it. Helios Cab is the future that we want to create together. It's the best choice for corporate fleets today. We are solving one of the big environmental problems that the planet suffers from. It's the CO2 emissions emitted by fleets inside companies with huge areas. We are offering an autonomous and electric fleet managed with a platform. Helios Cab will ensure this unique solution to the industrial zone. And in return, we will get $9,000 per fleet. As a first target market, we are targeting Jorfus for the industrial zone, Jorfus for Eni Jadida. It's one of the biggest industrial zones in Morocco, which is known by the huge areas and also the strong infrastructure. We are following as a strategy the B2B marketing. And our beachhead market is the Moroccan market, Moroccan one. Actually, where we have a sales potential of 27 million euros. And also, we will target also the African market and then the worldwide market. Concerning our value proposition, the potential budget spent on a diesel car is much more significant than the electric car one. And our product will help our customers to reduce the traffic days, the travel time, and elimination of stop-and-go waves with a significant percentage as you see presented. Helios Cab startup will offer a smart, secure, cheap, green, eco-friendly fleet by eliminating CO2 emissions. Technically speaking, actually currently we are working on the prototype. The first one, which is a robot car, and the second one, which is a golf car. We already made the robot car. Actually, we work on the software, the hardware part, and testing the algorithms of line detection as an example. And for the golf car, which is supported by our school in Samrabat offer for us this golf car, and also the funding of the autonomous kit. It's supported by the Explorer program funding. And for the golf car, we worked on the maintenance of this golf car, and also we developed the car software and the kit. Our customer discovery was based on interviews. We did 144 interviews, survey answers. Also, we did 40 virtual interviews with different employees and companies managers. And we did it with 8 companies here in Morocco. We learned from those interviews that in the horizon of 2030, many companies are aiming for a carbon neutrality. And they are start launching and encouraging green projects to achieve this vision. And the second idea is that autonomous technology is not just about increasing the productivity and gaining time. It's also about saving the situation like the spread, an emergency situation like the spread of ammonia, in, for example, in the OCP Joflsfa. So this solution saves the lives of the drivers. The third idea is about, in the horizon of 2024, the OCP group will integrate an electric golf car inside all their units in Morocco. And the last one, which is that there is a huge need of a platform, management platform fleet inside companies here in Morocco. Moving now to the financial part. In the next 5 years, we forecast to sell our product to 23% of the market, of the African and the Moroccan market, which give us 200 customers. And also, we estimate that the cost of the product can be about 6,000 euros per fleet. If we can't measure it, we can't manage it. Actually, the first step that we can do is to measure and to calculate the CO2 emissions. This sustainable and green and smart mobility will save 10,290 kilograms of CO2 emissions emitted by fleet per year. We are a highly motivated team with high competencies and skills that respond to the project needs. We are working together to save our home planet. Our dream is decrease the CO2 emissions, create more than 2,000 jobs opportunities in Morocco, and also reach 30. Who would have believed that 10 years ago Tesla cars would revolutionize the car industry? We strongly believe that with your support, Elios Cab can become the new Tesla for fleet management sector. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Any questions from the jury or from the audience?
Thank you very much, and of course I'm very interested, as the ambassador said, we are supporting the e-mobility program also in Morocco. Let me see if I really understand. It's about golf carts that will be leased to one company, or in, for example, OCP in Joflsfa, and the autonomous part I didn't really understand, so that would be my first question. And so the second question would be what I just said. How many of these companies comparable to OCP would need such transportation? Because in most companies, normally maybe they use buses to drive people to work and so on, but within their complex, you really need very, very big companies to need such a type of fleet, I think.
Okay. Thank you so much for your question. Actually, for the first question, which is how we can implement our technology in this car. The autonomous part is based on different sensors, cameras, and different technology that we will implement in this golf car. The golf car is an electric one. We are focusing in our startup on the software part, where we combine all those sensors and integrate them in this golf car to make it autonomous. And to well manage this activity, we add this platform, and we also offer a very well-determined path for those golf cars to well manage this autonomous activity. For the second question, which is about the fact that all companies, for example, industrial zone here in Morocco, are using conventional fleet. Actually, we are focusing on two major points. The first one, which is gaining time, and the second one, which is having a low cost. Gaining time with an autonomous technology can solve this problem for the companies. Based on the interviews that we did, we find that the conventional fleet, that companies are suffering from different problems with the conventional fleet. So offering an autonomous technology and a green car is not a conventional one, is not a normal solution. It's actually a green and smart solution that can help them to gain the time and also with the low consumption, to gain the money also. So we have gaining time and also gaining money.
Vous avez cité l'OCP dans le cas. Est-ce qu'ils sont déjà convaincus par l'idée ou c'est juste c'est encore en projection?
We did an interviews with one of the head in the Siège Casablanca, OCP Casablanca, and he said that they can sail in a deal with us and implementing our solution inside Siège Casablanca at OCP, and they are really interested in this project, and their estimation is in the horizon of 2024. So we should be ready in this year, inshallah. Yeah.
Because of the time. Yeah, okay. Any questions? More? Yeah? Okay. I just want to thank you.
Thank you so much.
Next one will be rédo. This one? Sarah Ladoui. Here you go. Please keep the mic here and don't go in the corner. You have to come here. Good luck. 5 minutes and 3 minutes question.
Good morning, everyone. For those who have already seen me, for those who the first time will see me, because I think I'm from the house. So the project is Réseau, not Rédo. And we will start with the question. Do you know that 80% of our each day activities does not need portable water? And do you know also that 50% of the wastewater that we throw daily could be reused again in our houses? In places, public spaces, that could be one, if it's not the restriction, we could find ourselves with a huge amount of water that should be saved. And Réseau saw the potential. We are offering to cheap systems for water recycling at the resource to B2B public spaces for a price of $600 per drain hose. So the global market of recycling and reuse market size is 50 billion US dollar by the end of 2021. And it's a very high growing market, especially with the condition of water in global world. We are focusing on public spaces, especially education, training, and awareness spaces that's based in Rabat, with a share of 50%. Why Rabat? Because this place proves it. We all want to go green, and it started from Rabat. Why education, training, and places like that? Because their only use of the water is toilet, cleaning, and maybe in some cases gardening. So we aim to reach that value from 5 years from now. We propose an 8 times cheaper solution from what exists in the market. And as example, we have Roca, which offer almost the same concept, which is reusing water without any treatment in the source. But it's so expensive. It's expensive to install, and also make more waste. So like we have to destroy the old toilet and install a new one. So our value is 8 times cheaper, cheap to install. We have implemented leakage detection and control of leakage, and also minimal modification to the system, which means minimum waste. The product is what you see here. So at the morning, some of you have used the toilet, and I hope so. So when you've washed your hand, you're actually filling the system with water. So during the pause, and I hope some of you did use the toilet again, and that's what's happened, because I think there was a line on the toilet. So the next person that will use the toilet will clean it with free water. And you can play around after I finish the presentation. So we offer saving money, easy to maintain, no chemical, no membrane, no filters, and also will save drinking water. We conducted interviews with 20 customers. Their main problem is that the solutions that are in the market offer more than what they ask for. They offer solutions for a dishwasher, they offer solutions for like a kitchen and all the stuff, or showers. Most of their clients, and even them, they admit that they have some unfriendly behavior toward water. They would leave the tap open. And also, the Rabat is a good way to start because of the connection. And also, all of the decision makers are based in Rabat. So it's a good choice to scale up in the rest of the Morocco. Price matter, and especially the return on investment, simplicity to install, and small footprint, which we all offer by our solution. So we aim to reach the $7,000 per year, $7,100 per year, by selling almost 2,000 products per year, with a price of $600 per product. Our key motivation are cost of production, price of product, and market share. Each system will save the planet 2.2 cubic meters square per day, and also would save 7.3 kilograms CO2 per day, which over a year, if we reached, when we reach our beachhead market, more than 8,000 tons of O2 and more than 27,000 tons of CO2 would be saved. I'm Sarah Ledoui, founder. I think I'm a water activist. I believe I'm a water activist. And also, I have PhD in solar desalination. So like I know and I have a patent with it. So our team is a young, motivated people toward water issues. And our dream is to achieve 1 million profit by 2030 launching commercialization in North Africa at the same date, and most important, provide simple and affordable solution to fight water scarcity and water recycling. And at the end, I will say my favorite word. We are all guilty of small water waste, to which Rizzo will provide the solution. All working together, we could save water, save life.
Thank you so much. Any questions from the jury?
Sans micro, bravo pour cette présentation. Il y a un fait au Maroc, c'est que l'eau n'est pas chère aujourd'hui. C'est un fait. Les gens consomment l'eau et ils considèrent que c'est une ressource qu'ils peuvent utiliser. Est-ce que ce n'est pas un grand frein pour un peu le projet que vous avez, c'est-à-dire en termes d'investissement? Vous avez bien, on comprend bien que les gens aujourd'hui, le particulier, utilisent l'eau comme si elle était abondante. Vu que les prix de l'eau ne sont pas chers au Maroc. Est-ce que vous ne pensez pas que c'est pour vous un frein, une difficulté pour pouvoir les convaincre d'investir?
J'ai deux réponses. La première, so I have two answers. The first is I'm a water activist. I'm coming from a nomad family, and during my whole life, my grandma, my mother will reuse the water even if it's abundant, because they taught us that what we have, our ancestors didn't have. This is reason one, so I will fight for water saving. The reason number two is we all know that even if water is available, the situation of water is not really that stable. So like some pessimists would say that water will like two out of three people will suffer from thirst. So like it's not really that safe. And also, we've noticed all that the water have changed. The policy that government have taken toward water shows that actually there is a potential and there is a water crisis that coming. I'm just preparing simple tools. So like people who wish to act toward water would do it easily. So what's the other? Yeah.
If I may, my question would be for each unit, first the cost per unit, and do you need for each toilet another unit? So for example, in an ordinary house, you would have, let's say, 3 or 4 toilets. Would you need 4 units?
So the units are per sink, not per toilet. So if we have like the model that I've presented, it's for 3 toilets, 3 sinks, and the return cost is less than 1.5 years. So like for 3 toilets and space that like averagely have 50 people, 50 visitors and working people, we could reach a return of investment of less than 1.5 years.
Great. No questions? Thanks so much. And now we're going to the last one, that's Darasti.
Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. Before starting our presentation, I want to tell you a short story. Well, in the summer of 2019, we were in Rashidia, and we see date farmers having a problem due to concurrence in selling their dates. And in other ways, we discovered their women making a syrup of dates. And we was wondering, what is the syrup? And we told us about its information that is rich with vitamins, with mineral, and it's give more energy, and we discover more big thing for this amazing syrup of date. And it's like this, it starts our idea project. Well, from dates industry, we can solve many problems easy. And the deal is,
as we see here, is we propose to get our product bioproduct. Here is we extract dates to make syrup of the dates, and for the oil of the dates from date seed, and we go to product the coffee dates. It's the alternative of the normal coffee. It's with the zero caffeine, and for the organic fertilizer. This research is came to protect soil from many problems, as we give it all the vitamins like potassium or the magnesium or calcium or something that give to plants to get grow and to make a better performance for plants.
Our market brand, we did a survey for the syrup and for the sugar and also for the fertilizer. For the survey, as you see, the most interest in our syrup are the sportsmen and athletics. And for the sugar, they prefer natural sugar more than white sugar because they have a lot of chemical issues. And for the fertilizer, the most of farmers, they prefer organic fertilizer, and we will talk about why. Our market plan for the syrup is destined for the sportsmen, all ages of course, and it's healing anemia, and it can also be as a substitute of sugar. And also the sugar is a substitute of white sugar. For the fertilizer, it's destined for the farmers and who likes to do organic farming. For the coffee, it's destined for everyone. Don't like caffeine, have a problem with the caffeine, can't eat it. So he can't right now try the coffee date. For the oil, it's destined for hair care and skin care. Well, our value proposition, we propose a bioproduct like the syrup, the coffee date oil, date sugar, and they are all homemade, without industry, without smoke, without everything, as you know. Well, we also have a social employability. We work with the rural men, we have a partnership with the cooperative, and of course we're gonna also help young people, and environmental with our organic fertilizer and our economic circle. Well, this is our product, and this is our website.
For the financial tree, we aim to reach over 80,400, and for profit year, we get to $23 for unity, and for product unity, and we get to get 800 for customer. And net prices for product is $35. Cost products is we have lowest products here in Morocco over the overproduction of dates, and it is $12. For the customer is 400, and product customer is 2, and key drivers there is prices. If we change prices, we get a lowest cost. And we get to reach the over of the market. And for the market, we have 5,000 of clients. Market share is we get to reach 8% for the market. It's just one, and recently we reached over $6,000 for real time.
Well, our climate impact. Well, if farmers use our fertilizer, well, our fertilizer reduces emanation of ammonia and nitrous oxide, and it can also help combat global warming by storing carbon in the soil. Well, our organic fertilizer, it's not like the others. It's with a low cost, and it's helping to strengthen the vegetables and the soil. Our customer discovery, we did the interview with 100% and 16 farmers for the person for the syrup, and the 60 farmers, of course, for the fertilizer. Well, our first question, it was, what is the taste and what is the change in your life when you took the syrup? And the most of feedbacks that we have, it was a positive feedbacks about the syrup. Also, they told us that they give them energy to be more productive, and it's also decrease their enemy. For farmers, they told us that they don't really use the organic fertilizer, but when we told them that it's gonna strengthen their vegetables, it's not like the other organic fertilizer, but they really like the idea. And they told us that they can just let the chemical organizer and use our organic fertilizer. Okay, we cannot. Thank you.
Always have questions. Thank you very much for your presentation. My question would be on the competition, and I think of the different products you want to offer. How are they priced compared to the competition? And I think, for example, your fertilizer compared to other bio-fertilizers, your syrup compared to other molasses that are here on the market, your sugar compared to other bio or natural sugar, what is the competition? And also, I believe that in these products already are on the market. I think I saw some in the past. So you have also competition of local producers.
Thank you. Yeah, for sure, there is this product in the market, but our product is different. It's with a low cost, first of all, and the second thing, it's with a high quality. The dates of Morocco, it's not like the other country. It's not like the other dates. And can you please repeat the first question? It was about the prices. Okay. Well, for the syrup, it's with $5, and which is internationally it's with $10 or $20. And also for the sugar, it's for $13 for one kilo. So it's not the same as in other markets. Also the coffee is just with the $3. And we have also the profit for sure. And for the oil, it's just a little bit expensive, but it's normal because we use 1 ton of seeds to make the oil. It's about $2,000. So that's it. And our organic fertilizer?
It's for $10. $30, yes. $30.
It's about $15 for 1 kilo. I hope that I answered the question.
for your presentation. I see that you mentioned a wide range of different products, which is good because it shows the potential for your project. But at the same time, each product has a different targeted market. So sometimes it's farmers, sometimes it's consumers, and also a different production chain. So my question is, how do you intend to prioritize your products? Like, what is your strategy in terms of go-to-market? And also, what would be your distribution channel regarding, well, the wide variety of products that you're offering? Thank you.
Thank you. Where our can you just explain? Well, for sure that we have a lot of products, and we have a lot of targets person. We have a different person, but for our marketing strategy, we start with the syrup. We start with the syrup and let our mark recognize it. Do the personal branding for our mark, and after that we go to the coffee date, and which the syrup and the coffee date, it's like the same because the two of our principal target person, that is the person who likes the bio product, who likes the natural product, who likes the new thing. So we haven't a big problem with the syrup and coffee. When we get start with the coffee, we have a lot of clients still now. We just launched the coffee in 1 semaine, 1 week. And also, how we gonna do with fertilizer? Actually, we don't really work in this right now. We wanna wait 1 year to start with the fertilizer, to just let our audience bigger, and like that we can go to the farmers. Merci. What we wanna from this program, it's to be visualizing more, to be recognized for more people. This is the first thing, and also we have a little bit problem in financial, because the women that work with us, they work just from home, from their homes. We haven't a local place. And still now we didn't get the one-star certificate, so that's why we are here to prove to this woman who help us that we gonna make it. Avant de finir, before that we end, I just wanna show you the product and let you taste. If you want, of course.
If anyone wants to taste it.
Okay. You're gonna regret it. It's really delicious, huh?
Well, we thank you so much, and there were all great presentations, and we came to the end of the pitches. Please stay with us. We still have to give some time to the jury, our honorable jury today, to take the decision which top three gonna be today. But we're gonna take the time to give you, you can leave the room and have time to, you can go maybe, look, you know the house very well, right? So, but please bear with us, and we're going to give the certificate to every participant here today. And as you see, we have these are the judging criteria. So, and this is the basic that the jury is going to take. No. You look. I just want to ask him to give the certificate with Sineb from Amy. If you can join me, both to the floor. And I want to ask you if you would love to join me here on the floor, just want also to take this moment to thank you, Mr. Bri, Mr. El Bikri, my apologies. He is the director of Insam Rabat, and we have Miriam Hamdi from Amy, one of the supporters of ClimateLaunchpad, and together with them we'll give the certificate to do. Maybe you want to share some few words for today. How did you like it?
En français, si vous permettez. Oui. Ben, écoutez, comme ce que mon collègue l'a précisé, tout le monde aujourd'hui est gagnant. L'essentiel, c'est de participer, d'exprimer vos idées et de participer vraiment au développement du pays à travers vos projets qui sont tous très très intéressants, très innovateurs. Et nous, à l'INSAM de Rabat, nous encourageons vivement ce type d'activité pour aller soutenir l'innovation, depuis l'idée jusqu'à la réalisation du prototype, voire au-delà. Et donc voilà, donc, à travers nos étudiants qui participent aujourd'hui, nous sommes fiers de ce qu'ils font et nous les soutenons par tous les moyens. Et j'espère que ça va prendre aussi au niveau d'autres écoles d'ingénieurs au Maroc. Et c'est donc l'avenir du Maroc qu'il est question aujourd'hui de défendre, de développer. Et je vous encourage à continuer sur cette voie et bon courage à vous tous. Merci.
On behalf of the Moroccan Agency of Energy Efficiency, I would like to thank ClimateLaunchpad for the invitation. We are very happy to be supporting this kind of competitions, and I would like to thank all the participants. You really have very good ideas, and you have made very strong pitches. If you need anything from our agency, you need some kind of assistance, you can always get in touch with us. I would like also to take the opportunity to tell you that there is a fund that was launched by Maroc PME for startups. So you can go on their website and see if you are eligible for funding, and that may be something you'd be interested in, that would help you boost your project. Thank you very much.
Il y a des fautes for printing, so you don't have to open them. Just keep it to them, and then we'll look at them. You can use. So we're going to start CyberLead and sensing data. We're online, so they are not with us here today. But we can start with Easy Protein. Usama, you're welcome. It's not printed. Your name is not printed on it, but just. Okay, thank you.
They are not here, so just okay, no problem.
Entomonitress. Please don't open it. There is. Sorry. Helioscab. Don't open it. N'ouvrez pas parce que de la dernière minute ou Redo. I think there is Redo. Yes. Redo is I've seen it. I'm sorry. But anyway. Je m'excuse.
Okay.
Take one. Just take one. Just take one. Yes. This is Redo.
This is mine. Rezo. I will work on Rezo, inshallah.
Dynasty. Okay. The others are not here, so thank you so much. We will take some time. I'm going to share probably. Thank you so much. Je sais. Il y a une faute. Je m'excuse. And also, we have a colleague from France. He's my partner, Hussein. Are you there? Hussein? It's my partner. We're doing ClimateLaunchpad with, and he has some words to say. It's very unprofessional to be in a car and talk to the audience in Morocco.
No, I'm sorry. I've been working all day, but I've been following you all this morning. It was great following you all together. And I really appreciate all the people who have been here this morning. Thanks a lot for the ambassador for having hosted this event. And thanks to all our partners. I'm really, really happy to have worked with you, Ahmed, and all the others for this event. It's been very grateful, and it's been very great, and it's really grateful to have all these people working together for these youngsters that maybe will go far. I hope so. This is what I want just to say. Thank you all.
Well, thank you, Hussein, and thank you for your partnership, because he did a great job, even if he's in France. Actually, we moved the whole media in Morocco and our partners, and thanks to his support, but at the same time also to his engagement in what he's doing, especially also in what he's doing in the south of Morocco on sustainability. So you will hear more about Hussein soon. Thank you so much, Hussein. And
sure, thank you. Thanks a lot. And for sustainability, we will be here for Morocco, for Moroccans, and for the future of our country. Thank you.
Thank you. You can see that Hussein is happy. So we still have Ikram and Ismail with us. Ikram from Sabelit and Ismail from Sensing Data. So please just wait some few minutes when the jury is coming back, and we will get back to you with the finalists. I know you're all tired. You want to go home. You want to hear who's the winner. But as I said, everybody is a winner, and for me at least, I enjoyed this trip of last 6 months, and it was incredible to see this great talent. And it doesn't matter what happens, we are still connected. We definitely gonna use our network to help you somehow to achieve your goal, and I hope that we can meet soon. I just taking a little bit of time. I have a small movie that I want to share with you guys, and just to have fun a little bit. I don't know if there is a sound, but is there a sound? Or is anybody who can help me to?
I hear sound.
You hear the sound?
Yeah. I can hear you very clear.
We don't hear it. Can you عيط لهشام عفاك? No, it's not. Normally it's. How was it? Salt.
It's very cloudy here.
Yeah, but here it's not working. Oh yeah, wait. It's our fault. Yes. especially to thank the people who really helped us along the way, because it was not easy to come up with a competition and nobody knows you. And you're new, and we're not doing a competition of just business. We're trying to fix the climate change. And you have to do a lot of effort to convince the others to be part of it. And to be honest, I was really surprised how much help we got from everybody, and how big the awareness in Morocco is. I'm sorry. So just to emphasize the help, and also to emphasize the support that we got from everybody. We were really surprised coming here. I'm based in the Netherlands, and coming here and trying to introduce something, and nobody knows you, and nobody knows what kind of competition it is. And competition called ClimateLaunchpad, which is really a complicated word. Even me, when I heard it the first time, especially when my friend and my supporter, Jo Blom, is a Dutch guy who lived in Colombia, and he inspired me actually to do something with the climate and clean tech. So I would also want to take this opportunity here on this stage to thank Jaap Bloem, who really inspired me together with Hussein to start this adventure here. And to be honest, this is something that I really love, and I think that this is going to be something that I'm going to do in future and focus on. There are some special I want to thank here, especially the people who hosted here today. As I said at the beginning, Adil, right up, and Luke, and Majda and Hisham, who supported us today here, and really made it very easy for me, to be honest. I was sick for the last 2 days, and with them, that made me feel better. So big applause to Majda. She's here. Thank you so much. And big applause also to Hisham, who's technical. He really made me feel better, because I was yesterday stuck. So when he was here, I was really happy to see him. Thank you so much, Hisham. And the second group that I was really surprised, especially the response and the how do you call it, the fast way of communicating. I was really surprised, OPSN. And a big applause to you. Did I say Ismail right good? Right, Ismail? Ismail, and you have seen his colleague who's in the jury. And of course, a big thank you to their director, Badr Iken, who really opened the door. And from day one, he said, if you need us to sponsor, please just, I never heard anybody saying, if you need us to sponsor, just call me and we can sponsor you. So that was amazing to see. So thank you so much. And actually, I was surprised by Le Matin. Normally, Le Matin, you just call them because you have to pay for advertisement, right? But Le Matin, they did it on a different way. They called me to say, can we support you? Because you're doing a great initiative, so why wouldn't we do that? And I thought maybe they would come and they will use the camera here. But yesterday, they surprised me with a very amazing team. They came yesterday to build this up, and I was really surprised about the quality. So a big, big applause to Abdurrahim and his team, Jamal, Yusuf, Mustafa, and the cameraman. He's new this morning, so Jamal? That was Jamal? Oh, okay. So I was really surprised, and we have also our photographer who came this morning to help us. So thank you so much. Le Matin, I said, yeah, hats off. Thank you so much. And special people, of course, we have Amy. Yeah, you have seen Miriam from the Moroccan Agency for Energy Efficiency. We have seen the Lions Club. And this is Samia and Miriam. Please, stand up. Samia and Miriam, who actually been, I would say, not just volunteers, but people who really pushed and try to help somehow also to make our students aware to be part of this adventure. And of course, we have Al-Umq and Morocco World News being active with us to promote it. And we have a new partner called Ambu Ventures. They are venture capitalists. They are trying to focus on Africa and startups and sustainability. They were not able to be with us today, but they had offered for the winners a mentorship, especially on finding finance. So you will hear more about it in the next coming weeks. So, and we have, of course, تفركيت فكرة ماشي it looks like تفركيت but it is بشلحة ماشي فكرة Marwan, thank you so much for your support, always unconditional. You call him at night and you call him 4 o'clock in the morning and he's with you. It doesn't matter, he's everywhere. So yeah, of course Akal and الواحة Post and the Chamber of Commerce Française, Faiza Ashkar, she's the director, and yeah, I would say the ministries, they did their best also to help us. That's it for now. I think please stay with us, and I hope that we're going to hear more. Are they ready? Karabo? Yeah, please. How much time do we need? I know it's exciting, guys, but I hope we can hear some news for today. And of course, I have to thank the participants. I don't know, guys, if you heard how many participants we had at the beginning applied for ClimateLaunchpad. There were more than 22, actually. And we selected the best 15, and then became 12. And today, actually for today, we had only 8 instead of 9, because one couldn't make it. And another one canceled last minute for Morzazet, Eco Lodge Dream, so they couldn't make it. But as I said, again, it's not about winning, it's about keep going what your dream is, and keep going what you believe in. And I'm sure you will get there. And I'm sure you're going to inspire many people that watched us today, and many people are going to hear your stories. They're already inspiring for us as part of this, this audience of here today. And I'm sure we will see you shining for sure, inshallah. And yeah, and it was actually a big inspiration in the last few months to see you seeing this. And to be honest, I have to say this, and I have to mention this, and I have to tell this many times. We had in our boot camp, we had one of the best coaches that ClimateLaunchpad had. More than 7 years, he's one of the best. That's Ron Bloomers. And we have, of course, thank you to Ron, maybe if you hear us today, but we have also Gideon from Colombia at that time, and we have also Elena. She's based in the Netherlands, but she's from Cyprus, and she did also some trainings with us. And believe me, what Ron said, you have to be proud of yourself as a ClimateLaunchpad Morocco. You set the bar higher for many startups. He was surprised about the quality. So that's already a big achievement to hear that. And I mean, I can say it, but he was training more than 7 years startups all over the world. So he would finish with us in Morocco, but the next day he was sitting with the Philippines and doing the same thing. So amazing. So I hope that we can proceed with this, and I hope that we can hear more. But we have one wish, and this is maybe my wish for today, is we want to be the best of the best in this country. We want to create the best platform for green heroes in this country, and please help us to do that. And we not want to be like the best than the others, but we want to be the best of the best. Thank you so much. Yeah, please, if you can have a wall for have a good view, or you can pose. Our photographer is here with us today, my brother, and So everybody is in the room. I think all the other two startups who are also online are with us. And I'm going to give the floor to Sarah Doueri, the Director of Business Development at IRSN, to tell us who's the winner. We're the top three, right?
Okay, so it has been a tough decision to make with my fellow jury members. That's why we took a bit more time. We took into account many criteria. So, of course, the potential for the market, so the business model itself, the strength of the team, the level of innovation, the level of technology and how mature it is. So as well, of course, as the climate impact and the potential for job creation. So taking into account all these criteria, we believe that your projects all have very promising perspectives, but we did have to pick three. So don't hate me if you're not selected. It was a group decision. The top three projects are Réseau. Congratulations. Atarek, even if they're not here, we can give them a round of applause. And Entomonutrice. So congratulations, everyone, and wishing you all the best for those who are gonna defend Morocco at the continental and global competitions, but also for all the other ones that we're very happy to keep supporting, and we're very happy that we get to know your projects today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sarah, and thank you to our jury members, Luc Schillens and Mr. Hisham Makwar. And thank you, all of you, for being with us here. Thank you to, as I said and I mentioned, and I will keep mentioning it, for all your support. And hope to see you soon. And we're going to close this session. And I wish you a great weekend, and see you soon. Oh, thank you. And thank you also, Ikram, Gérard, Ismail, and thank you for being with us. And tot ziens. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, so we're going home. Yes, بين الزوت ما كاينش الطارق ما كاينش ولكن غدو huh? Oh yeah, we can take your jury, you can take a picture with them if they want. Yeah, the winners that can come and take a photo with the winners, because Tariq are not here. Wil je een foto maken? Ja.